Hello, Starseeds. Welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. So I know it's really been a very long time since I actually posted a video because I've been posting audios, but the audios take less time to upload. These videos, for some reason, take a lot more time to render, not audit, but edit and post. And I don't know why. Probably because there's so much in a video and it has to like combine or whatever the software has to do to get it from my computer out into the virtual world. So it actually takes a really long time. And I try so hard to do like 10-minute videos and I just can't. My videos always turn into like 40-minute videos, an hour video. Sometimes they're 2 hours and I have to like chop them up. But hi, I'm back and you have a visual. So I wanted to take a moment to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I thank you guys. I love you guys. I received an amazing gift from one of my subscribers slash friend. It's my new friend now. I've made a lot of awesome friends through this platform on YouTube. So I just wanted to show you a few pictures of the gift that I received from one of my subscriber friends, and she made these. These are rocks that she painted that glow in the dark. So she sent me these painted rocks that she painted herself, and she sent me two lights to place on them so that they can glow. These rocks are for my garden for outside, but I decided to decorate my altar and put the rocks around the altar because they're just too pretty to go outside. I love them. And for those of you that have been following me for a long time, know that I'm like this, I don't know, I'm like this nature collector. I mean, if you were to step into this room that I'm sitting in right now, it has feathers, twigs, sticks, leaves. I dry my herbs in here. My plants are in here. My crystals are in here. I have pine cones. I collect random rocks that I find that I think are cool and cute. I have rocks that have faces on them. I found rocks that look like hearts. I have, my crystals, my stones. This is selenite. And, I just have like all kinds of just, whoops, that one got away from me. I just have all kinds of just, unique things in my house. And driftwood, I mean, when I do my walk of gratitude, I get drawn to these, I don't know, like cool nature things, and I keep them. I bring them home, and this is the room that all of that energy is in. So this room is full of energy, you guys. When I first moved into this house, this room right here that I'm sitting in was very active. So I decided to bring in all of my I guess my energy and nature energy in this room to clear it, to cleanse it out. And this everybody was afraid that this room was like haunted or um, not safe or scary. So I feel that bringing in all of my energy into this room and clearing it out, it's like my safe space. I never felt scared of this room. I do think that there is a portal in this room, and there's more than one, but it's definitely in this room. And then right outside of this room, like or right around the corner, in the corner, is another portal in this house. Um, and when I first started this YouTube channel, I was sharing my orb videos, and I was sharing with you guys what I was seeing in this house, what I was seeing coming out of these portals, and I captured a lot of that on camera. So for those of you that have been following me since the beginning, have seen those videos. For any of you that just started following me, you're going to have to go back and look at some of my orb videos, and I have them in my playlist under confirmation from spirit. I have them in a playlist on my channel from 2015 to current. Actually, I haven't really been posting too much for 2019. I was fascinated with the orbs for so long that I was like recording them for like 4 years straight. So I kind of gave them, this year to chill. I stopped chasing them around and asking them to come out to the camera. Even though I still do it every once in a while and they still come out, I have 11 that is with me all the time. 11 came out last night. I was recording because I kept seeing a twinkle of light above me, and it would zoom by my eyes. And I haven't gotten that in a while, where I would see the white flash go by. So I decided to record and ask if 11 was here, and the little blue orb doop, 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 came right up to the camera. However, when I went to save the footage to share it with you guys, I accidentally deleted it. And my phone, when you delete something, it goes to another folder that you actually have to trash. And I trashed it. I trashed everything because I ran out of space and I didn't realize that I put it into the trash, but whatever. 11's always here. 11 may just even show up on camera while I'm talking to you guys. So keep a close eye out, around and behind me, because you may see 11. Anyways, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, as for the gifts that you guys send me, anytime that you guys send me a letter or a gift or anything that you guys send me, I love and cherish the gifts. I love and cherish everything that you guys send me. And anything that you guys send me is in this room with me. This is my space. This is my room. And everything anything that you guys have ever sent me, and all your letters are in this room. Pictures, everything is in this room. You guys are amazing, and I just wanted to take a moment to tell you guys that you're amazing. I'm truly humbled, I'm truly grateful, and I love you with the bottom of, not with the bottom, but I love you from the bottom of my heart, not with the bottom of my heart. my mouth just started talking and words just started falling out, but you know what I meant. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. No, I love you with all of my heart, all of my soul, and all of my light. And I send it to you guys because you are amazing. Okay, so let's get this video started. Now, most of you guys know this already, that the portal from the central sun is now open and it's not going to close, okay? We are receiving a lot of energy and downloads, new downloads. So it's important that you guys get outside as much as you can so you guys can soak up, the energy that is coming from the sun. It's not like you're not going to get it if you are inside, but you're not going to reap the benefits as much as if you can at least go outside for 10, 15, 20 minutes a day to receive some of that energy directly from the sun. Not only are there scientific health benefits from going outside into the sun, but there are spiritual benefits too. So you definitely want to at least get outside for 10 to 15 minutes every single day. And the best time to do it is when the sun is rising, when it's peaking, and when it's setting, or whenever you get the chance to get your bodies out there and soak in that sunshine. Now, if you guys are watching this video, it's because you were guided to click on this video, to watch this video. Something drew you in, okay? It's not a coincidence. There are no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. You were guided here. Chances are we're a part of the same star cluster, and together we're meant to be a part of the same soul journey. So you were guided here because you have been feeling strange, or you don't know what's going on. You have all of these weird feelings and emotions and things just happening in your life. You know that you're relatively healthy. Yeah, it's heavy is the energy that's coming in. But you know that you are relatively healthy, but you feel like something is wrong with you, or you've been experiencing strange activity or paranormal activity, you know, like strange things happening around you. You're probably seeing lights, you're probably seeing things in the sky, maybe you're seeing apparitions, maybe you're hearing stuff, you're feeling stuff, you're smelling stuff, you're tasting stuff, but you're like, what's going on with me? And you're experiencing all of this strange stuff that's happening, and you don't feel comfortable telling people about it because you don't want to be judged. You don't want to be called crazy, even though I have to admit, when I was experiencing a lot of crazy stuff back in the day, you know, back then it was really strange to talk about it. But I feel like we've shifted, you know, as a collective. And it's not as bizarre to talk about these things as it was 10 years ago. Okay. Um, Even 5 years ago, you know, there's been a huge shift in the collective, and a lot of this stuff is like the new normal in a way. I guess it depends on who you're talking to and who you're sharing, you know, these experiences with. So, how you ended up on my channel is you probably started to Google stuff and search for answers on YouTube. And you found Witchy Vibes 11 and you're like, okay, what is this all about? Let's click play. And then you found me. Here I am. Now I'm here to tell you guys that you are divine, because you are. You are divine, and nothing is wrong with you. You are okay. This is your time to wake up. You are being activated. You needed this information to light up and charge your energy and trigger your awakening to get you activated so that you can continue to learn more, so you can glow into the vibration of love. And you can't do that unless you are guided and you know, awakened to be guided to follow a path to learn more. Okay, so here you are on my channel, and you know, I may resonate with you or I may not resonate with you. If I don't resonate with you, you know, that's okay. Just press stop and then go find somebody else's channel and, you know, find some information that will resonate with you, because we are all on different levels in this process. We are all walking a path to enlightenment. We are all waking up and figuring out who we are. We're just on, you know, some of us are on different paths, some of us are on different levels, some of us are in different dimensions, okay, consciously. So, you know, I may resonate with you, and or I may not resonate with you at this time, but maybe you'll be back later and everything that I'm saying to you will resonate. It will make sense to you eventually. Because I know that there was a time in my life that I watched some videos and I was like, what is wrong with this person? And I would watch it a little bit and I was really judgy, and my ego was just like, whoa, this person's crazy, this person's nuts, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I would click on another person's video, and I found different people that um, were able to share their experience, and it gave me a new perspective. And that perspective triggered me and helped me grow so I could glow in the vibration of love. And that's where I'm at right now. So this video may change your perspective or it may not. Either way, take it or leave it. I won't be hurt about it. So yesterday was August 5th. It was my birthday. You know, once you're past 21, I don't think birthdays really mean anything anymore. To me, it's just another day. And I was born and I was given life, and everything is great. It's good. But I don't, you know, look forward to celebrating anymore. And I don't know if that's because it's an age thing or what. Um, Maybe it is. I think it is. It's a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I don't like the human age thing. I don't like talking about how old we are in human years. But then again, if I was to tell you how old I was in soul years, I would be like Moses. It's just that it kind of sucks that, we're in this avatar, we're in this, dense, squishy flesh body, and it has to age. And, in our minds, we are programmed to think that when you reach a certain age, your body starts to break down and decay. Well, I've changed my way of thinking, and a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you don't look your age. Wow, you're that old. Oh my God, you have that many kids. Whoa, wow, you look so young." Well, that's because, one, I take care of myself. Two, being on this path and being positive makes your cells come alive. It makes your cells glow, and you want to glow. Okay, if you're dense, if you're depressed and low vibrational, you look aged. You look, you know, dull. Your shine is, you don't have one. Your shine is dulled out. But when you're on this path to enlightenment and you have this positive energy, you glow, your vibration is high, and the light around you, exudes this beautiful aura and beauty of your soul is like coming through this dense matter. So every day I tell myself that I'm youthing, and I feel like I'm 16. And if you believe it, it will be. And I truly believe that. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to look like this when I'm 90, if I live to be 90, but I may still look very young and youthful in my older years. But also, I think that looking younger has a lot to do with the whole shift in consciousness. As we're ascending, our bodies are changing. And I've talked about this on my channel, how the ascension process um, affects your nervous system and how it affects your body and everything like that. So I speak about the crystalline body and all that. So I feel like, as we are purging and we're releasing all of this dense matter. I happen to look over and there's a rainbow on the wall. It's kind of cool. As we're releasing this dense matter, and um, we are integrating into this crystalline body, we are turning into what I feel, my perception of what I feel we're turning into is we are going back to the way to our original selves. Okay, how can I put this so it can make sense? So I feel like we're going back to the Atlantean days, when we came into human form, but we were also light, but we had a form of a body. That's what I feel like we're going back to. I have this image, I see these pictures in my mind when I'm channeling and the guides are giving me information. I see us as a person, with arms, hands, legs, features, but we're glowing, and we glow what our emotion is. And you'll see people walking around that are glowing like blue and green and orange and red, because we'll be living in, I'm hearing Shambhala. I know Luna Ash talked about Shambhala, and honestly, I don't remember what she really said about it. But when she spoke about it, I received a channeling that Shambhala is this sacred place on earth. I'm not even really sure what it is. I never read about it. Um, I'm just telling you guys the information that I'm hearing in my mind from my guides. And I'm seeing a visual. It's the rainbow. You see the rainbow everywhere, right? Well, Shambhala is like this place beyond the rainbow, and it has always been here on Earth. It just became cloaked when the Earth lowered to the third dimension. It was hidden from us, and we were in such a low vibration that we couldn't even see, the true land of the free, the true land of love. And now that the consciousness is rising and expanding, Shambhala is being shown to us, and we're seeing it. And oh, it's so hard to interpret when sometimes it's so hard to interpret. So when we see the rainbow, a lot of people talk about the rainbow bridge, and it's just consciousness. Yeah, it is, but it's also a place, and it's kind of like Shambhala is where we lived in the Atlantean days. That was Shambhala. That's where all the souls lived on Earth. That is the new Earth. That is the new Earth. I should have just said that. That's how it, I just heard that. That is the new Earth. So maybe I should do a video on it so I can go into more detail, because I know I just didn't give a lot of detail. That was a moment of channeling. That was just, you know, that wasn't scripted or anything. That just came out. When I seen the rainbow, Spirit came in and was giving me some information. But Aluna does talk about it on her channel. But I think she says it's consciousness, but don't quote me. I'm not really sure for sure. But I do know that she has been getting some channelings for it as well. So I feel like that's where we're going. That is the new earth. That is the level of consciousness that we're going into. That is love. That is happiness. That is unity and feminine. I'm getting feminine. It's just, yeah, so that's where we're going. But I don't want to make this video about that because it's really not. I swear I'm going to get into this video in a second. But, I don't even know how I started talking about Shambhala. I think it was because I looked at the rainbow. I got so sidetracked. See, if I'm not getting interrupted by my husband or my children or my kitty or my phone, spirit, spirit will just pop in. I never ignore spirit. When they come in and they have a message, I automatically share the message because it comes so fast and it's important. If they're coming in and they're speaking and they're channeling, or I'm channeling the information that they're giving me, I have to give the information to you guys because that's what they want me to do. What was I talking about? So yesterday was my birthday. What else was yesterday? Oh, we were hit by this huge geomagnetic storm. I don't know if you guys felt it, but you had to have felt it. I mean, it was like 12 hours straight. We were in the red zone. I don't know, maybe I'll post some pictures here to show you guys what I'm talking about. The Schumann resonance did not look like it was really affected, but it was. If we didn't have the whiteout on it, but it was, there was some, what was on there? I'm trying to think. The Schumann resonance really didn't stick out to me, but it was, um, the graph, the green on the graph was pretty high up there, even though we didn't have the whiteout. Um, the spikes, there wasn't really, and the spikes are really tones. The amplitude, there was no tone, there was no loud tones coming from the earth yesterday, but there was a lot of energy, raining in on us. And when we get that solar energy, that's cosmic energy, you guys. It's solar cosmic energy that rained through the field yesterday. And a week ago, I actually felt the symptoms. Now, for those of you that are ultra sensitive energy to energy, probably felt really funky like a week ago, like really like either very tired, very grumpy. Everything was very intense. If you were tired, you were very tired. If you were hungry, you were very hungry. If you were moody, you were very moody. Okay. And if you were tired, you were very tired. If you were sore, you were very sore. Everything was so intense a week ago. I had to wear my TENS unit while I was at work because my lower back was hurting really bad. I wasn't really hungry. I go through these periods where I'm, either very hungry or I'm not hungry at all. And I forgot to eat all day long while I was at work. And my sugar dropped. I mean, I think I had, a few things here and there. I was eating fruit, but my sugar dropped like really to like boom, all the way down, and I was in trouble because I wasn't in my office and I wasn't around any food and I was talking to a client, and I could feel like when these energies come in, it's like a tingling vibration in your body. It's like my body, everything inside my body is going like this, like jiggling. It's really crazy. It's like a vibration in your body. And then I could feel my sugar going down, and I could feel like I felt like I was phasing, like I was going in and out, in and out. And I automatically thought to myself, there's a spirit in the room with me, because I was showing one of the lofts in the at work where I work at. I work in a marina, and upstairs there are 3 rooms that we rent out. And in one of them, I thought to myself, either there's a spirit in here, but then I thought, wow, this is really strange because I've been up here many times and I've never felt, that spirit activity up here. Then I thought the people that I was showing the room to had a heavy attachment to them that was trying to connect with me. But I usually ground myself when I'm around people, so none of that can affect me. But it was like breaking through my grounding barrier. And I thought, wow, hopefully it's not a negative entity because it really wants to communicate. And I felt like, when you're in an elevator and the floor is going down and you could just feel that weird, like, woof in your body? Well, while I was standing in the room, I just kept feeling that in my body. And I was just like, I need to go downstairs. I really need to get away from these people. When I was away from them, I still felt it. So I thought that I had an attachment. And then I started to get other symptoms. I ate, I took care of the low sugar part of all that. But then after that, I got the other symptoms. And one of my other symptoms of a solar storm or a geomagnetic storm is I get hot feet. I know it's really strange, but I do. I get hot feet. My feet start to feel like they're on fire, like they're burning up. So I thought, okay, there's geomagnetic storm coming. I looked up, space weather, all that. I didn't see anything. Nothing. There were a few spikes, but normally those spikes don't give me those symptoms. Usually when I see those whiteouts on the Schumann resonance, I'm energized, I'm happy, my spirits are lifted, and I feel really good. When there's no spikes on the Schumann resonance, I'm really like, ugh, like low in vibration and heavy. Like I feel like I weigh 1,000 pounds and I'm walking and when I stand up, I just feel like the world, the weight of the world is on my shoulders. So, I mean, I was like, okay, something has got to be coming. So I gave it a couple days. Still, I didn't see anything. Then yesterday, it hit 12 hours. I think it was like 12 hours we got hit. We were in the red for 12 hours, I think. I'm pretty sure we were. If I calculated correctly, I think it was like 12 hours. And then I thought back, wow, I was picking up on the energy of this storm a week ago, and I haven't picked up the energy that intensely in such a long, probably in a year. This all happened last year about the same time. And I thought, whoa, that was intense. And so, yeah. And yesterday, while the storm was hitting, I thought I saw something go by. Maybe it was the cat. Who knows? But it was about 2 o'clock. It was about 2 o'clock, and I laid down and I felt drugged. Like somebody slipped something into my water and drugged me. I felt really heavy. I felt very groggy. I felt very out of it. I tried to fight it, but the more that I fought it, I felt really disgusting. So I said, okay, I'm just going to give in and I'm going to rest because this is what I'm being guided to do. And apparently fighting it is making me feel like shit. So I decided to lay down, and my daughter was sitting next to me. She was talking to me, and I couldn't even make words. Like I was too tired to speak. Literally, I was too tired to speak, and then I just drifted off, and I fell asleep. While I was sleeping, I had all these crazy intense dreams that they felt so real. They felt like I was living it, or I had lived it, like I was living a memory or something. And then I woke up at 5 o'clock. It was actually 4:44 when I woke up, but when I looked at the clock, I was just so drowsy and groggy that I like flopped back down on the couch, and then I got up at 5 o'clock, and I felt a little bit better. I was feeling floaty. I felt like I was out of it. It took me until about 7 o'clock to feel normal, and I got up and started walking around. So I just literally laid on the couch until 7. And I thought, wow, what is going on with me? I looked at the Schumann resonance and the geomagnetics and the solar wind and all of that stuff. And that's when it dawned on me that I was being affected by all of that energy that was coming in. So I'm pretty sure if I felt it, I'm pretty sure that you guys felt it too. Um, I hear people talking. Oh, it's my husband. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys. My husband came home. That was the talking that I heard. So I had to help him. He was bringing groceries in, so I had to pause my video. And I decided to come outside and sit in the sunshine because it's a beautiful day and it's supposed to rain today. So I might as well soak up the sun while I can. Anyways, what I was talking about earlier was the geomagnetics that were coming in, and it was so intense yesterday. I felt it. It hit me, and I was so sleepy. And I was just wondering if you guys felt that energy wave that came in. And I'm just kind of curious. How did it hit you guys yesterday? Did you have a headache? Were you sleepy? Um, were you hungry? Were you moody? I'm just kind of curious as to how the wave hit you guys when it actually arrived to the earth yesterday. So, that geomagnetic storm that hit us yesterday, that wave that came through is preparing us for the Lionsgate portal that's on 8/8. And it's, giving us certain downloads that our body's going to need when, the Lionsgate portal is at its peak, so that we can receive the information that's going to come through on the peak day of the Lionsgate. So there's going to be more amazing things that are going to happen to you guys. The good thing is, that most of the new people that are waking up, that are just waking up, okay, are going through a quickening. Okay, you're not going to have to experience all of the horrible symptoms for a long period of time. A lot of us that have been on our path have been, going through this awakening for such a long period of time, and we've experienced all of the symptoms for such a long period of time, and it was a long, drawn out, painful, pain in the ass process. But for the newly awakening, it's more of a quickening. It's going to kind of speed up everything to get you up to date as to where we are right now. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like being an old computer and constantly getting updates, and then you go out and you buy a new computer that already has, most of the updates. You just have to, when you activate the computer, there's this like little tiny bug that keeps flying around me. When you buy that new computer, it already has all of the new updates. You just have to kind of give it the most recent updates, and then those updates happen like that, versus waiting 5 hours for the update to occur on your new computer. So that's kind of the analogy that I want to use as to what's going on during the quickening that's going to happen to a lot of you guys. Now, when a person begins to awaken to their true self and, their divine potential, spiritual or psychic gifts will begin to emerge and develop. Okay, so here's some information about the different kind of clairs. Originally, this video is about your psychic gifts that will be opening up for you guys, and I want to talk about the different clairs that you may experience during this time in your life as you start to wake up and develop a lot of your psychic abilities. Okay, I can't really see I mean, I'm like recording and I could see my reflection, like I could see everything, but I can't see what you guys are seeing. So I apologize if this video comes out very dark or not very clear, but as long as the audio comes through, that's all that, really matters for me. So yeah. So clair is from the French language and it means clear. Okay? There are a number of clairs that, we all have the ability to use. You are a fractal of your creator. You are a godling. I tell you guys this all the time in my videos. You are a godling. You are a fractal of your creator. You are divine. Okay? So why wouldn't you have these amazing abilities? Now, one of the clairs that you may begin to experience feeling or using, or that may start to develop, is your clairvoyance. Now, the term we all recognize the most is clairvoyance. A lot of people talk about being clairvoyant. Voyance means vision. So clairvoyance means clear vision. A psychic vision is a term used to describe the way that those who are clairvoyant receive messages from spirit. I receive messages from spirit clairvoyantly. I am a clear seer. I am a seer. That's how I see. I'm an intuitive empath. I'm a clairvoyant, intuitive empath. Actually, there's a lot of these clairs I'm going to talk about that are my abilities. Some of them are stronger than others. Some of them are still developing, believe it or not. But clairvoyance is definitely one of my stronger clairs. It usually begins with very short periods of seeing things. I see spirit. I see them in all shapes and form. I see them in full body form, light form. I see them in balls of light. I see them as clear energy, like a wave, like the air, like the way you see a hot sidewalk on a hot summer day. You know, that weird wavy looking heat that is above the sidewalk. That's how I see a lot of energy most of the time passing by. But yeah, I can see energy in all different ways, and it's possible that you may be able to see pictures, and the more that you develop this gift, the more detailed the vision will be. And when I say pictures, I mean like pictures in your mind. Sometimes when I'm channeling spirit, like earlier when I was talking about Shambhala, I was seeing pictures in my third eye. That's how spirit channels through me sometimes. It depends on who's coming through. I have a huge divine spiritual team that communicates with me. And when I'm seeing clairvoyantly, sometimes, depending on who's coming through, they know that I can see these pictures in my mind, so that's how they show them to me. So clairvoyance is a way that you can see clearly. It's a gift used to allow you to be more detailed in the visions, when you're explaining the visions that you're seeing. And the more that you develop this gift, the more detailed the visions will be, and the more detailed they'll be, you'll be able to see them in a more lengthier amount of time. You'll be able to see what is being shown to you. It won't just be a quick flick of a picture, like for instance, when you're channeling and you're getting these messages. In the beginning, I would get little flicks of pictures like hand, cross, cat, and be like really quick. Now when I see these pictures, I can see the picture. It's like I put it on pause and I could see the detail of the hand. I could see the detail of the foot or the cross or the cat or whatever it is that they're showing me. I can see it
I've learned how to hold it in place and be able to observe it longer. Alright guys, I just want to apologize for all the interruptions in this video. I did not like sitting in the sunshine. I couldn't see myself. It was literally driving me nuts. That is my OCD. So I just moved to a more shadier spot. I don't know if you can see my face. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay, and let's move on. So the next Claire that I wanted to talk about was Clairsentience. And Clairsentience means clear feeling. It has a lot in common with intuition because of a strong awareness that you feel inside yourself about the subject that you are concentrating on. Now, generally, the term refers to a person who can feel the vibration of other people. A lot of empaths are clairsentient. There are many different degrees of clairsentience, ranging from the perception of diseases to the thoughts or emotions of other people. Now, other closely related psychic gift to clairsentience is the gift of psychometry. This is when you sense something about an object while touching it. If you are developing your intuition, you may find that clairsentience and or psychometry develop at the same time because it's like feeling. I can feel energy. I can feel emotion. I'm really sensitive to energy. As for psychometry, though, I mean, I collect a lot of antiques, and there's times when I pick items at the antique store and I'm like, I don't want that. But I don't see the pictures in my mind of who owned it or anything like that. But I do know people that could tell you a story just by holding an object. I have not opened that ability yet, but there are people out there that have that ability. However, I could be in the same room as a person and I can automatically tell that there's something wrong with them. I can tell if they're happy, they're sad. I can tell if they're angry. I can tell if they're sick. I can feel their sickness because their sickness, I will start to mimic their sickness. My body will start to mimic what their body is going through. And I'll automatically know that the person I'm sitting next to has a disease or, or they're going through some kind of emotional distress. And sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass thing. But I try to always ground myself and protect myself at all times. And I carry my grounding spray with me. And when I'm around people with a lot of heavy energy, I spray myself once they leave the room and clear all that energy from me. Now, the next Claire that I want to talk about is Clairaudience. Okay, that's what I thought. I was hearing voices earlier when my family walked in. I thought I was hearing people because it's not rare for me to hear people. Sometimes I hear people talking and there's nobody there, and I'm home alone, and I'll think that there's people outside, but there's really nobody there. It just sounds like chatter. Yeah, so clairaudience means clear hearing, and this is my favorite one because as this is the main way that I connect to spirit is through clairaudience. Clairaudience may start when you are very young, very little, or even during meditation. You may hear your name being called. This started for me when I was, oh God, when I was younger than 5. I remember being a little girl and hearing all the time. Yeah, you could just leave it there. I remember being a little girl and hearing all the time my name being called. And I would run up to my parents' room and I'd be like, yeah, you called me? And they'd be sleeping. And I'd wake up, Mom, did you call me? Dad, wake up. Did you call me? And I'd be like, get out of here. I didn't call your name. And I'd be like, yes, you did. And I would go downstairs and I would hear, Gabe. But sometimes I would hear the voices come through and it would sound just like my father or it would sound just like my mother. I would always hear these voices and I would recognize the voice that was calling me. I don't know. It was just weird. I hear him to this day. I hear somebody calling out to me. Sometimes I hear Gabe. Sometimes I hear Gabbie. Sometimes I hear mom, mommy. I even hear music. A lot of times I hear music at night, and I hear chattering from other dimensions when I try to sleep at night. And it's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be scared of. It's actually kind of soothing. Uh, Across the street from me is a historic house. It used to be called the Two Bridges House. It used to be a salon, parlor, saloon, um, the farrier. It was the store. It was the hotel. It was the market. It was all kinds of stuff. And the brothel house. So upstairs in the ballroom is where the brothels would be held. And sometimes at night when I'm sleeping and everybody's sleeping, I'll lay down and I can hear the music that they would play back in the 1800s, the piano and all kinds of people chattering. And I'll get up and I'll look out the window and it's completely dark outside. I live in the country. I don't live around anything. And the people that live in that house are seasonal people. They go back to Florida. And there's nobody there in the house. And I can hear, it's like I stepped back into time or something, or I went into a time portal, or I could just hear what's going on in that era of time. I don't know, it's just really bizarre. And when I first heard it, it was kind of freaky. It like freaked me out a little bit, but then I got used to it, and um, it's kind of soothing actually. The music is kind of calming, especially when you have a lot on your mind and you're hearing that soothing, calming, classical music playing, and I kind of just like close my eyes and I just let the music, consume me and I eventually fall asleep. Also, when I channel, when I'm doing like just channeling or if I'm doing tarot readings, I'll hear voices, I'll hear spirit talking to me. Now, if you experience that you may be clairaudient, also this may be your guides or other angelic beings communicating with you or trying to communicate with you. These sounds have been labeled astral sounds. So that's why I really, I don't get scared of it anymore. I'm not freaked out about it like I used to be. I just listen to the sounds of the astral realms and it kind of just, it's soothing. Believe it or not, it's soothing and it helps me fall asleep at night. Um, Clairaudience often starts by hearing a voice and or a message in your head. Some people find when they first hear noises, they think they're going crazy and they wonder if their mind is playing tricks on them. And at the beginning, this can be very confusing and scary to some people. Now, with practice, you will be able to tell which are your thoughts and which are your guides and angels. And it may take some time, but with a little bit of practice, because practice makes progress, it'll be easy peasy for you guys. Now, side note here. If you are unsure, that the voices or the noises that you are hearing and it's making you worry, you can always contact or consult with your medical doctor, your medical or a medical practitioner to be on the safe side, to have your ears checked out and all that stuff. But most of you guys already know how I feel about the doctors. So, you know, but it's always good to check yourself out. I'm not telling you not to check yourself out, but it's, go with your instinct, what you're feeling in your gut. And I did a video on that too, learning how to listen to your intuition because it will never steer you wrong. Now, the next Clair that I want to talk about is Clairaliance. Clairaliance means clear smelling. A person can pick up information by means of sense of smell, either literally or emotionally. For example, smelling the perfume of a deceased, loved one, like maybe your favorite aunt or grandmother, or somebody that you loved wore this a particular perfume, and all of a sudden you're smelling it out of the blue. Or you may smell, I've heard people say they smelled cigar smoke. Actually, I think I've smelled cigar smoke before. What else? Cigar smoke is actually pretty common. I don't know why, but it is. I've smelled cookies or pies being baked in my house in the middle of the night, and I'm like, what does that smell? It's like I smell cinnamon. I smell something sweet cooking. I sometimes smell flowers in the middle of winter. Um, yeah. So I've picked up on the smelling Claire every now and then. It's not my strong one, but I've experienced it before. Now, Clairaliance works in two basic ways. You can get the psychic intuitive hit by literally smelling a scent or a pungent odor, or by acknowledging the feeling that something smells emotionally wrong. Okay, so the next Claire that I want to talk about is Claircognizance. And guess what, you guys? It's raining. I think I have to pause my video. Yeah, I have to pause my video. It's raining. I don't want to get electrocuted. I'm plugged in. All right, sorry about that, guys. It was raining, and I didn't want to get electrocuted because I had my laptop plugged in outside on an extension cord. So I had to hurry up and run back inside. It's like the universe doesn't want me to record this video or something. It's crazy. Anyways, so the next Claire that I want to talk about is claircognizance. Now, claircognizance means clear knowing, okay? It is the ability to know something without physical explanation as to why you know what you know. For claircognizance, their higher self or spirit puts information in the form of thought into the person's mind. So I am claircognizant, and this is what spirit does for me. And earlier when I was channeling for you, this was a form of channeling that I was using. Spirit was giving me information about something that I had no knowledge of, but I received the knowledge and I knew about it because they were giving it to me. This can be a whole load of information that is downloaded into the mind, or it could be smaller insights about people, could be smaller insights about situations here and there. It can also be an inspired idea. Now, all claircognizance is characterized by this strong sense of knowing that goes beyond logic, and by the fact that the intuitive information comes into the thinking mind and not into the heart or the mind's eye, if that makes any sense to you guys. I feel like I'm out of breath. Now, the next Clair that I want to talk about is Clairgustance. Clairgustance means clear tasting. A person can taste a substance without putting anything in their mouth. It is claimed that those who possess this ability can perceive the essence of a substance from the spiritual or ethereal realms through their taste. Now, everyone can develop these gifts because we all have them, because we are all divine. Like I told you guys in the beginning of this video, you are a fractal of your creator. You are a godling. You are divine. We all have these gifts. Just some of us are more aware of them. Okay. Now, in time, your abilities, these gifts, may start to open up for you. And when they do, don't freak out. They're nothing to be scared of. And the more and more that you use them, the stronger and stronger
they will be. So, in a lot of you that don't realize you have them, you do, they're just dormant at the moment. Maybe after watching this video, you may realize that you do have these clairs and you do use them and you didn't realize you use them. And now you can work on making them stronger because you are aware of them. And if you weren't aware that you have these gifts by watching this video, you are now aware that you are divine and you have these gifts that are dormant. And all of a sudden, you may start to hear stuff or see stuff or taste stuff or feel stuff intuitively. And you're like, whoa, that's so cool. And the more that you work with them, the stronger they will become. Now, by following our spiritual paths and trusting and listening to our intuition, receiving attunements and practicing, that will all help to open your spiritual gifts. Okay? If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below or email me. For those of you that have been following me for a really long time, know that I leave all of my contact information in the description area. I hope that this has helped you guys in learning more about your spiritual gifts that we all have and what they mean. If you would like some help on your journey, please feel free to email me, touch.by.11.angels@gmail.com. If any of you guys are interested in a numerology reading, email me. If you're interested in a tarot card reading, email me. If you're interested in some spiritual guidance for your awakening journey, just email me. I love you guys. Many blessings.